Well, howdy. Here is something yet another machine I wasn't going to do a video on, or ever at all, but here it is. This is my grandfather's Hoover Steamvac Gold upright portable carpet cleaner. So, this was featured in a couple of my vacuum made videos, but have never really gotten a video of its own for a good reason. But I figured to myself, why not? Because I've already got a couple people asking me about this machine, and also, if I was ever going to do a video of this, I would much prefer to show it here than back at home, just because I think this would look much better on camera if it was filmed here at my grandfather's than just back in my old boring room like I would normally do. So, anyways, so there's a couple problems with this. The first one being the hose is broken, and I actually just realized that from this trip. I don't know if it's something I didn't notice or something I must have forgotten all about, but yeah, the hose is broken, which was very common to happen on these Hoovers. I love the design of the automatic tool conversion, but it's just a design flaw where it's just not well thought out to where it was just executed to be proven as a reliable feature. And the second one, and the main reason why I haven't done the video on this yet, is because the motor is bad. So, anyways, so this machine was bought brand new, long time ago. I do know this was bought before my grandmother passed away in December of 2001. And to give you an idea of how old the machine is exactly, I'll give you something new to learn for those vacuum enthusiasts watching my channel. So, to date of how old any Maytag Hoover is, or let's say in other words, the Steamvac. So if you look at the 4 digits of the serial number, the first 2 represents the month. So as you can see, 05 means that this was built in May. And the last 2 represent the years. So obviously the 2 zeros means that this was from 2000. And I figured, since I'm going to show the back of this, show you also the model number this is, the U.S. patents, and of course the warning labels, which is not that too important to see, but I figured, hey, why not? So, anyways, this particular Steamvac is just pretty much just an ultra, mainly because it would come with a powered hand tool, which of course, as you can see, it's missing on this one, and that it's got a little bit wider width nozzle. But other than that, it's pretty much just the same thing, other than the colors and the fact that it's named gold. And if this machine is actually useless, it could still be worth something, because with it being the gold edition, it would probably mean to be worth $1 million. Well, even if this was worth $1 million, I personally would not sell it, just because I did grow up with this machine. It's got a nostalgia feeling inside of me. I've always liked Hoover Steamvacs, especially these older ones, the way they look. They're just such fun machines to use. So, yeah. I've already made a claim to this machine that when my grandfather passes, I'll go ahead and take this home with me. So, anyways, I had this sideways just so I can show off the rest of the machine. I will show this in the garage, but I just want to show everything else up before we take this outside. So here are the 5 spin script brushes. And as you can see here, it's a bit dirty. I've only ever just simply wiped the machine off. That's basically about it. But never really like given in detail. And what would be the point of cleaning this out anyways when the motor has gone bad? So at least it does come with the upholstery tool. And you can see that's also a bit dirty as well. And these 2 right here, this is basically the attachment you put on underneath to mop your bare floors. And then this right here is a nozzle cleanout tool, which basically what you do, flip this over like this. You get your nozzle. I can try to balance this. You get in here and try to get all the carpet fuzzes off. But in all of honesty, I find it just much better using a screwdriver to take the screws out and just wash that completely off. I think this used to have some kind of white thing they put on here, but I might have taken that off at some point. I don't remember. So just thought I'd go ahead and mention about that. Yep. So this right here is where the solution comes out, where you can fit your upholstery tool and powered hand tool right there. It's got a decent long sized cord. I like that this hose is not clear. I'm not a huge fan of clear hoses. Because it's the automatic tool conversion, you can easily tell based on that green thing when the suction is converted to floors, or you put it to an upright end, the suction will come through the hose. So handle release right there, on and off switch right there. You do have your speed selector right here. That shows you that the spin square brushes are turning, and then there's also a lint trap, I guess you can call it, that you can take this part out and clean out the lint inside. That would cause anything to not turn the brushes on, because it would indicate to know that's clogged. You got 2 tanks. This is the hot water and solution tank. Looks like that didn't get screwed on well enough. This is where the solution goes from the bottom. Then underneath is the dirty water tank. Comes out through here, and then you have all the dirty water trapped inside of here. This is the filter where all the suction goes through, and through there, down through there, and out into this little hole right there. So it's possible that somebody must have borrowed it and burnt the motor out, because out of all the visits I came to this place, I did remember there was one time where this machine was missing from the closet where it's supposed to be sitting next to where the Vacuumate central vac is at. I would probably assume that someone was borrowing it and must have burnt out the motor, put it back, and probably must have not mentioned it to my grandfather about it. But Anyways, I'm gonna probably assume that's probably what would have happened, or the motor would have been bad before it. But anyways, so yeah, that's basically about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and show it outside really quick. All right, so I got it out of here in the garage. I plugged it in a safe distance. Actually, I'm gonna bring this a little bit out further. I am expecting this thing to smoke up like crazy. But some people wanted to see this, so I figured at least I'll just give it a run to see what a bad motor sounds like. So here we go. Oh yeah, ooh, I can definitely smell it. Oh boy. But unfortunately, I'm really not going to be bothered to deal with this machine just because no one really uses this. In fact, there's a lot of stuff inside of my grandfather's house that does not get touched at all. And of course, this happens to be one of them. But at least I was lucky enough to be able to make a claim on this already. So anyways, that's pretty much about it. If I do in fact get another motor for this, even if it's the same one that this tanks amperage wise, I'll probably do another video to this machine. So anyways, thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.